Dozens of people say that a Dallas promoter owes customers thousands of dollars in refunds after they allege that he intentionally oversold a concert. So they called our Kristen Severance to try and get some consumer justice.
Tickets to the Fort Worth Blues Bowl were $40 before the show and $50 at the door. Now, according to estimates by the Fort Worth Fire Marshal's office and customers, that show was oversold by 700 people.
This could be really nice.
Antonio Douglas bought 50 tickets to the Fort Worth Blues Bowl, all to celebrate wife Tamara's birthday.
My 55th birthday.
Singers Pokey Bear, Sir Charles, and several other blues artists were performing at the Guys and Dolls Ballroom in Fort Worth Saturday, December 2nd.
Come on, when do Sir Charles and Pokey come to Fort Worth? Never.
The $40 pre-sale tickets were being sold at 4 different Fort Worth businesses. The store managers told Consumer Justice promoter Alton Linwood would come by and pick up the ticket money every day. The customers say they all dealt with Linwood too.
We had tables right in front of the stage.
But when everyone showed up the night of the show,
Hundreds of people on the outside.
It was a line from here up the street.
This might be a disaster because it was people everywhere.
The ballroom was quickly packed with people, but customers say hundreds of people with tickets were not allowed in, like Sinchelle Rochelle.
I didn't get to see nobody perform. Nobody.
20 people in the Douglas party never got in either.
I said, we're going to a blues concert, but look like we finna have the blues.
Although they said you could get in if you paid $50 at the door.
And you disregard the people that has tickets
To get in.
and get to the people that's paying and let them right in. That right there is shady.
A few hours after the show started,
Listen up! This venue is shut down by Fort Worth FD. Everybody out now!
the Fort Worth Fire Marshal shut the whole thing down. They told us 1,600 people could fit in the venue. At least 2,000 people were inside and another 300 were in the parking lot. 700 tickets at $40 each equals an extra $28,000. We went to talk to Linwood. He lives at home with his mom. Does he live here?
Yeah, sometimes.
She said he wasn't there. She said the complaints weren't Linwood's fault, it was the people in line.
They was trying to skip each other. And the police said that they had like 100 and some calls of Fort Worth people that was acting silly.
Customers say the only person in the wrong is Linwood.
I want my money back. You should never throw a show like this ever again in your life, period. Never. You made us look real bad, us as in Fort Worth.
To be honest with you, I feel kind of angry.
Now, Linwood told us over Facebook Messenger he didn't have the money. A sponsor named Barrington Lister did. But none of the singers or store managers ever heard of Barrington. He then blocked us on Facebook. Customers who want refunds can file a police report, but we were told it's likely going to be considered a civil matter unless police can prove Linwood knew he was overselling the event. I'm Consumer Justice Investigator Kristen Severance, CBS 11 News.